Welcome to another episode of Health Your Way podcast, where we discuss health issues ranging from physical, mental, emotional, as well as current facts. Please allow me to introduce my guest, Ashley, who's a founder of PlanningPath Wealth Management and a financial planner who works with business owners, executives, professionals, and families who care about their excellence in their financial affairs. Today's topic, we're going to be discussing life insurance. Is it worth it? I really want to have this conversation because I think there's a lot of misconception or misunderstanding of what actual life insurance is. And I want to say, Ashley, thank you for attending. Anything else you would like to add to your actual impressive resume?
Well, thank you very much for the nice introduction. Yes, I do work a lot with business owners, families. I also work with charities who are looking to grow some funding and people who really care about them. When I used to work with the banks for about 15 years, and after 15 years, I realized I really had a passion to really work with people, to give people a chance to do what they want to do. And that's when, after I had a major life event myself in a sort of, I would say, a life crisis, a health crisis in 2008. It really motivated me to sort of take a different direction in my life. So I founded PlanningPath Wealth Management, and it's given me a chance to, how would I say this? Help sit on the side of the table where my clients sit and understand where they're coming from. Yes, because it gives me the time that people don't get when they walk into a company, that they have to get through the meetings. So right now I have the time. So when my clients feel they've been heard, they get more motivated to take action because they feel they've been listened to, and they get control as to what they want. And that's the reason I started my company. And it's been going well so far for 8 years.
I appreciate that. So we're hoping to get that kind of feeling from you actually today. We want to be your client and ask you questions. So I think going back to the specific topic of life insurance, we often hear that about life insurance, but I don't think we really understand what is it. So just high level, what is life insurance in your own words?
I can say it in one sentence. One sentence, that is, life insurance is cash, it's money. That's the most simplest way to explain it. It's cash and it's money. Okay. Now, a lot of people look at life insurance as an expense. Now, when you see the value that life insurance gives, you will not see that. Look at it as an expense. When you spend money on car insurance, what are you really insuring? Right? The government says you have to have it, so you have it. So no one is out there telling you you have to have life insurance. So when you're working with a financial planner sits with you and goes through, looks at your situation, talks about your future, what's your aspirations, and also looks at, based on your family dynamics, what are the other types of risk where you could lose your money. So life insurance takes care of some of that risk. It doesn't, and there's some other strategies to take away some other types of risk. We can't use life insurance for that, but life insurance takes care of a lot of things. For example, you care about your community. You can leave money behind for them, for your family. You can leave money behind for your church, your temple, your mosque. There's so many ways you can use life insurance. Now, if you're a business owner, a lot of people don't know that life insurance can take care of buying the shares of your business partner when they pass away, and that money goes to their family. But that requires proper planning. Business owners also do not know that life insurance is a nice way to bypass passive income rules, because your company generates income, right? When it generates income, when you invest the money, the government takes, you're at a high income tax bracket. But when you have money put into life insurance as passive income, it grows passively, tax-free, and there's a lot of strategies to make your money grow in that. So, we can do that also for individuals. They get life insurance. With life insurance, I would say it helps you give your loved ones a chance in life.
Okay, so I get what you're saying. Then I just learned a lot in less than 2 minutes. Right. I think, so we're listening to you and we're hearing talk. I've heard, is there two different categories of life insurance, like term and permanent insurance? Because I see it often. What is the difference?
So yes, there are two different types. I would call it term. Yes, there's term, and then there's also permanent. Another word for it is cash value. Okay. So term it's like you're renting. It's like you're spending, right?
Okay.
It's lower cost. It does make sense for many people. And also cash value makes sense for a lot of people. When people see that cash value is more a cash outflow because it's a higher premium, I tell them, look at the benefit, look where it fits in your plan. Don't just, understand what it's meant for. A financial planner will help you understand why you need either term, why you need a permanent, or why you could use a mix of it.
Okay.
Right? So there are different ways you can go. Yes, because term expires. When it expires,
Okay.
you have nothing to show for it. But when you look at permanent or cash value, the money is there. So when you put money in it, whatever you put in it, including the growth, will go to your loved ones.
So is it fair to say that's one of the reasons why some financial planners or advisors, people, or even life insurance suggest that they see this as an investment? Like, no,
Yes, the
go
cash
ahead, please.
value can be looked as an investment because there's an
Okay.
investment component in it. So one way to look at it is, you have so much money which you put towards a term. There's also an amount you put towards an investment plan.
Okay.
But investment plan could be, there's taxation involved. What about if you combine both of it into a life insurance policy,
Okay.
right? And if it's structured that way, yes, it's an investment. But let's look at investment, for example. Another way to look at it is what we're talking about here is life insurance worth it, right?
Yes.
You invest in something if it's worth it. If it's going to give you, if it's going to provide you and your family or your business the most money, right, when you need it most, wouldn't you think it's worth it?
I see, like, I'm not here. I get what you say. Even then,
Right?
like, for anybody's watching and listening, like, if for anybody's dealing with health issues and stuff like that, this could also be something they could I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know if life insurance is something that people would that should invest in, because again, it could be something that they can use for cash value in the future. I don't know.
Right.
I'm ignorant in respect to this conversation.
Well, it's like a house, right?
Yeah.
Well, the house, you're putting money towards it, and what happens? One, the house value grows, right? So a cash value policy also grows in value. So you buy a policy, say for $200,000, or 500 or a million, doesn't matter what amount it is. When you have a cash value policy, just like a home has two components, but it's growing in value, and you can access the cash and it's continuously growing. That's exactly what a cash value does.
Okay.
Right? But the difference is it's tax-free.
So
The growth is tax-free and it gets paid out tax-free.
I see it's worth it. I can tell it's worth it. I think, okay, so, but then with that said, is there any pros and cons for having either one of them, or should you lead to one more?
Well, if you put it that way, when look at what is the right mix. If your focus is mainly cheapest insurance,
Okay.
then you do not know what disadvantages is coming your way.
Okay.
Right? But if your focus is getting the right mix for the right reason, then there's more pros and very less cons, right? The con is basically, you're putting money towards it, but you can
Okay.
also structure it where you can stop paying into it and the policy pays for itself going down, right? So you can structure it in so many ways. So when you work with a financial planner who is also licensed as an insurance agent,
Step back. So hold on. You made something to say. So you have to be licensed as an insurance agent before you can sell insurance. Regardless,
correct.
so if people are watching and listening to us, if you have a financial planner or advisor, they can't just sell you insurance. They have to be an agent too.
They have to be an agent too.
Okay.
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 A financial planner basically looks at your finances, looks at every aspect of your finances. They look at, are there any tax laws that are applicable to you, any strategies that would benefit you in terms of reducing your taxes, right?
Okay.
They look at efficiency of your money, how you're structuring it. So sometimes what they do is they bring that, when they're an insurance agent, they can use the same process to do an evaluation. And that evaluation basically looks at, how much insurance do you need? Why do you need it? How does it fit? How does it fit in your budget? What flexibility can be put in this plan, looking at how much money you'll have today and down the road, so we can adjust the plan, as there are some changes in your life. So this work with an advisor who's really spending time, and if an advisor's focus is mainly just getting you the cheapest policy, I work with them. Sometimes getting the cheapest is not the way to go. Look at how it fits in your life, right? And take it from there. Work with your financial planner or your financial advisor or your insurance agent.
I want to have a follow-up question with that. So for someone that's maybe single, or maybe don't have a family or stuff like, does it even make sense to have life insurance? Like maybe they want to leave it off to like a family member, but if they don't have any form of debt, or is it worth having life insurance then?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Now I'll tell you why.
Please.
There are more reasons to have life insurance than not. Okay, and as your life evolves, you will start realizing, down the road. Let's example someone who's single and doesn't have kids. They're going to buy a home sometime, and they want to leave that home to somebody. Could be a church or anyone else. There's also going to be, they also have retirement funds. The retirement funds are taxable, right? Are completely taxable when they pass away. So if they want to give whatever they have developed, what they've accumulated over their lifetime, there's a tax, whatever they've accumulated, there's a tax consequence at death. So when you work with an advisor, find out how much of that will the government take away, right? And they can buy an insurance for that. Well, even if they're young and they might, what if they pass away early? With life insurance, they can also take care of their parents, right? And when they're young, they're healthier, they're younger. It's the cheapest cost of insurance. Maybe for $30, you might, depending on what age you are, for $30 or $40, you might get $1 million of coverage. You can lock it in. Once you lock it in, it's locked in right to age 85 if it's term policy, right? And you're giving yourself a chance in the future to use it for planning purposes. You might have more wealth down the road, and you can use life insurance as a tax shelter.
I'm listening. Actually, I'm listening as I went quiet. I'm thinking of what I need to do, actually. I think for a lot of people that are, because this is, for me, it took me a step back, because I think a lot of people that are single, or maybe don't have kids, or don't want to leave anything really, it doesn't make sense to have insurance. But, you are showing that this, you might get, I don't know, whatever, your situation could change in the future. So with that said, if you're healthy now, young, it would be cheaper to get life insurance for yourself than in the long run, it can be beneficial to somebody else.
Correct. And when you have a plan in front of you that looks, when you talk to a financial planner and they look at every aspect of, what are your aspirations in life, what do you dream for the future, what do you expect, what is something that could happen down the road in terms of, what are you working towards? The financial plan will show what gaps exist, right? The life insurance can also be used as an investment structure. Right? So talk to a financial planner and they will help you understand it. It's not as simple as car insurance where you buy it and it's protecting something. It works, and so it can be structured. A financial planner who's also a life agent or a life agent who's very knowledgeable with life insurance, also are great people to work with. They can get creative. There's so many different types of terms. There's so many types. There's so many ways of structuring a cash value policy. So work with a financial planner, work with an insurance agent that's knowledgeable and who's listening to you, and let them explain to you how it fits in your life, and make a decision from there on.
I appreciate that. I think for me, with the podcast itself as health, I find that, a lot of people don't think about their health, don't think about the benefits of having life insurance that can help their family long term, or it can help them pay for some bills or stuff like that. Because if you're the breadwinner right now and something happens to you, right? God,
Yes.
This is a conversation that you may want to have with somebody, just to say, is this a solution for me that can help us in the future if something happens to me? And I'm just saying, I'm bringing it out there. I think for individuals that are, interested in learning more about financial planning itself, or life insurance and how it could fit in their life, what is the best platform to reach you out on? Because I think listening to you, I've just sat here saying, I need to go get life insurance. I need to go get this all over again. Because I really thought, as a single person, like, I'm not single, but I don't have kids, or like I'm not looking, but I do have family that I would want to leave some kind of income for. And it's good to start now while I'm healthy.
Correct.
But sorry, back to your question. My question to you: what's the best platform to reach you out on?
Well, I have an Instagram account. It's called PlanningPath Zone.
Okay.
You can reach me there. You can follow me there. I will be putting in some more posts down the road. I also have a LinkedIn account. I'm very active on LinkedIn, or you could call me at 416-278-0995, or at my email, ashley@planningpath.com. Reach out to me, have a conversation. You don't need to buy an insurance for me to spend time with you. I can educate you, share any calculators you need, anything that's going to help you make a decision, whether it's going to be 2 years down the road, that's okay. I'm not pushy. I'm not going to keep calling you saying you called me before where you're at. I will talk to you and you'll learn a lot more in the process.
I like that. And
Yeah,
yeah, it's true because you don't want someone to feel like, I'm hounding you if I'm calling I'm like, I'm
right,
here for you to help you, right? Whenever you're ready.
correct.
Okay. And I think
Yes.
when reaching out to you, like what sets you apart from other financial planners that we should be aware of?
Could you repeat that again, please?
I'm sorry, I said when reaching out to you,
Yeah.
what sets you apart from other financial planners that we should be aware of?
One thing my clients like about me is, like I said earlier, I'm not pushy. I will take my time, I will work with them, and I sit on their side of the table. It's their life, it's their story they want to write, it's their legacy, it's what they want. So I try to understand that first. For everyone, you know, they have their own, it's their money, right? I have to understand what that money is for. What do they want their money to do for them, right? If I'm going to give them a policy or an investment plan or anything else that doesn't make sense, they're not going to want to work with me anymore, right? And they're not going to introduce me to anyone else. So when we have this open communication, it really helps us both have a good relationship to move forward. So yes, I spend a lot of time with my clients and I work with them.
I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
think, you know what, you hear about the negativity of financial planning or life insurance and stuff like that. I think when you pick the right person that wants to help you, that's
Mhm.
there to see what the right path is for you, then you're
Yeah.
open to things and you get educated. I think that's what I'm getting from you. So I really want to say that I appreciate your time, your effort, your education, your words of wisdom, because now I'm like thinking I need to go get myself on insurance. So I no, seriously, actually I'm like, because I never really like I knew of life insurance. I just thought, okay, I don't need now because I'm not really gonna have somebody to give it to. But
Hmm.
instead of being selfish, and then when the best part I liked about what you said was it can be an investment piece, right? And if it's an investment
Correct.
piece and there's a cash portion of that, that can also help you with your life, like your, I guess as you get older, there's some kind of income coming back to you. Is that fair to say?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
before I let you go, is there anything that you want to add or say that you think is important? Please feel free to
Yes.
say.
For example, if any of you call me, like I'm really happy to share anything I have. Just listen to what they have to say, and if I use a questionnaire when I first meet with them, because people don't know what they don't know. So when they answer this questionnaire helps them think of other aspects that they've not thought about and gives them a chance to see, okay, based on a conversation, do I really want to work with Ashley? It gives
Yeah.
me a chance to see, can I work with them, right? And we take it from there. So yes, I'm here
I
to help.
appreciate I appreciate that. And with that said, thank you for your time again. And
Thank
you know
you.
what? I think I might have you back because maybe people are gonna be asking questions like, yo, because seriously, like actually, I don't think a lot of people think of life insurance. If they do, they think of it more of as death aspects. There's no
Correct.
investment portion to it. So
Yes.
this was very informative
Yes.
and required and needed. Yeah. So yeah,
Yes.
thanks,
Yeah,
Ashley.
definitely.
Thank you for joining us today on our weekly episode of Health Your Way podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, share with others, and please feel free to comment below and ask any questions on topics we discussed, as well as future topics you'd like to hear about. Have a happy and healthy week, and be sure to tune in next week for the next episode on a Health Your Way podcast.